Hey friends, welcome. Today I want to talk with you about how to recover from a major setback and give you 7 steps to rebuild. Now today I'm going to talk to you like a father would to his child. I know that sometimes life has a way of knocking you flat on your back. It's rough, it's unfair, maybe it's a job you lost, or maybe it's a dream that didn't work out, or maybe it's a relationship that fell apart. It's okay to feel defeated. I understand that. But I want you to know this. A setback doesn't mean you're alone. It means you're being asked to rise, dust yourself off, and start over with more strength than you knew you had. I've got 7 steps here. Steps that can help you get back on your feet. Now, these steps aren't complicated. They're practical. They're simple. And they work. I'm here to walk you through each and every one of them. So let's get started, okay? Acknowledge the setback. So the first step is to acknowledge what happened. You don't have to pretend it didn't hurt, and you don't need to put on a brave face for the world. It's okay to be upset, and it's okay to feel lost. But you have to face it. It's like when you were learning to ride a bike. You had to accept the fall before you could figure out how to get back up again. You know, research shows that when we let ourselves feel the pain and process it, our brains shift from stress to problem-solving mode. So, take the time to truly face it, not to wallow, but to understand what you're dealing with. Then, assess what went wrong. So, be honest with yourself and be fair. Was there something you could have done differently? Was there something you didn't see coming? You know, it's not about beating yourself up. It's about finding the lesson in what went wrong. I know it's not always easy, but it is necessary. And studies show that reflective thinking, which is taking time to honestly assess what happened, helps us to learn and adapt. So ask yourself, what's the real reason behind this setback? What can you learn from it? You see, this is where you stop blaming and you start growing. Now let's learn the lesson. Every setback carries a lesson, whether we like it or not. And the sooner you find that lesson, the sooner you'll be able to move forward. Maybe you need to work harder, or be more patient, or think things through a bit better next time. You know, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. And psychologist Carol Dweck's research on the growth mindset also teaches us that people who see setbacks as lessons rather than failures tend to be more successful over time. So when you find the lesson, you're not just recovering, you're becoming smarter, stronger, and you'll be more prepared for what's next. Now, let's reframe your mindset. Now, I've said this before, but how you talk to yourself matters. If you start thinking this is the end or I'll never recover from this, you're just building a wall between you and progress. Instead, I want you to start telling yourself, this setback is temporary. It's just a part of the journey, not the end of it. It's like a detour on the road trip. You may not have planned it, but it doesn't mean you can't reach your destination. Now, science shows us that when we shift our mindset to see setbacks as temporary, we bounce back faster. So repeat this to yourself for me. This is a chapter, not the whole story. Say it again. This is a chapter, not the whole story. See, you're not done. You're just being prepared for something bigger. Now, let's set some new realistic goals. This is the time to set some new goals, and I don't mean trying to change the world overnight. Let's start small, start specific, and let's be practical about what we can achieve. Just like when you learned to walk, it wasn't about running on the first day, it was about one step at a time. You know, research on goal setting theory shows that when you make your goals SMART, SMART's an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, you're more likely to succeed. It's like building a house. You lay one brick at a time, and you let each goal be a step forward. Now, let's develop a plan of action. This is something we can do together. Here's the part where you roll up your sleeves. You make a plan. You set a clear roadmap for how you're going to achieve these new goals. Write it down, map it out step by step. Think of it like fixing a broken fence. You don't start without knowing which boards need replacing and where to find the nails. You know, behavioral science teaches us that people who create clear plans with specific intentions are more likely to follow through. And if anybody can do it, you can. So make it practical. Be clear. You don't have to get it all right the first time, but you do have to start somewhere. Because in this house, we don't quit. We never quit. And you're not a quitter. So let's get moving. Now I want you to surround yourself with as much positivity as you can. Let me tell you something I've learned over the years. Who you surround yourself with matters. If you're around people who drag you down or doubt your potential, it makes the road tougher. But if you're around people who lift you up and believe in you like I do, that journey becomes a whole lot easier. You see, science agrees. Strong social support not only improves resilience, but also speeds up recovery from setbacks. So find those people who push you to be your best. And if you can't find them, be that person for yourself. Fill your mind with positivity. Read inspiring stories. Listen to motivational talks. Listen to Doug Vandergraph's YouTube channel. I'm always here for you, and I'm always willing to offer advice and help lift you up. And don't forget, remind yourself that you're capable, more capable than you'll ever realize. So, I've been where you are. I know what it feels like to fall hard and wonder if you'll ever rise again. But hear me out. Setbacks are not the end. They're just redirections. It's like when we're learning to drive and we had to take a different route because of a detour. You might get delayed, but you're still going to reach your destination if you keep moving forward. These 7 steps that I just discussed with you, they're here to help you rebuild, not just to bounce back, but to bounce forward. Remember, real failure is not falling down, it's staying down. You've got what it takes, and I believe in you. Now the real question is, what's your next move? I think your next move is to get moving. Let's get moving forward again. It's not the end. If anybody can do it, you can. And I believe in you. Have a beautiful day. I'll be back tomorrow, and if you have any questions or concerns, you can leave those in the comments, and I'll be happy to respond. Take care, friends. Have a beautiful day.